All right, guys, Module 1, Lesson 3 problem set. You guys hopefully know the things you need to be successful. It's that Learn book from Eureka Math, your whiteboard with place value chart and a marker, and obviously your pencil to record your work in your problem set. So let's get started. So this lesson is all about exponents, and our place value chart helps us a lot with the exponents. So have it by, because we're going to be referring to all of those exponents at the very top of the place value chart to help you. We're going to go ahead and do number 1, A. And they want us to write the following in exponent form. Exponent form is a shorter way of writing big numbers. So A is 10,000. If I look at my place value chart right here, here's 10,000. A shorter way is to write it as 10 to the power of 4. Let's go to 1B. 1,000 is right here. Here's the exponent, 10 to the power of 3. And that 3 and that 4 actually tell you how many zeros are actually in the standard number. All right, so C is 10 times 10. 10 times 10, well, it's not 20 because that'd be 10 plus 10. 10 times 10, hopefully you know, is going to be 100. And writing that as an exponent is 10 to the power of 2. There's 2 zeros in 100. Let's go to 1D. 100 times 100. So it looks like if I were to write the answer out, I would do 1 with 4 zeros because there's 2 zeros in 100 times another 2 zeros in 100. We've got 10,000. That would give us an exponent of 10 to the power of 4. We have E, 1 million. Well, that's going to be 10. And how many zeros do we have in a million? We have 6. 10 to the power of 6. And we have the F, 1,000 times 1,000. That will tell you that you have 1 with 6 zeros in it. So that is a million right there. So that's 10 to the power of 6. All right, so dropping down to 2, they want us to write the following in standard form. That means write the answer out, write the product. And we're using exponents as a shorter way of writing 10, 1,000, or 100. So let's go ahead and do 2B. On our place value chart, let's put 39 on the place value chart. And we're going to look like, we're going to multiply 39 to 10 to the power of 4. Well, 10 to the power of 4 is right here, which is actually 10,000. That means 39 is going to move to the left how many times? Hopefully you know that's going to be 4 times because there's 4 zeros in 10,000. So my 3 is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go in the 100,000 spot. And the 9 should follow right behind. And that means all of these empty boxes in the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones are all going to be zeros. You need a value in those boxes. So we have 390,000 as our answer. Let's do 2C. We have 7,000 on our whiteboard, 200, and we are dividing it by 10 to the power of 2. Well, on our place value chart, 10 to the power of 2 means 100. So that means we are moving these digits to the right to get smaller 2 times. So the 0 ones go into the hundreds. The 0 tens go in the tenths. The 10 hundreds go in the ones. And the 7,000s go into the tens. So we could write our answer as 72 and decimal point 00, but since those zeros after the decimal point have no values and there's no other numbers that have values after the decimal point, we don't need to write those zeros. And we don't even need to write the decimal point after the 2, because technically, you could write the decimal point right there, but you don't need to because technically that decimal point has nothing behind it except for zeros, so we're going to take it away. not write that down. All right, let's hop over to 2E. We're going to write 4,000 and 25 thousandths on the place value chart. We're multiplying it by 10 to the power of 3. Well, 10 to the power of 3 means 1,000. So this number is shifting over to the left 3 times. So my 4 ones are going to end up in the thousands place. The 0 tenths will end up in the hundreds. The 2 hundredths will end up in the 2 tens. And the 5 thousandths end up in the ones. So the decimal point is behind the 5, but there's no other numbers in the tenths, hundredths, or thousandths that are not 0. So we're going to just write the answer as 4,025. And let's go ahead and do our last one, 2H. We have 7 and 2 tenths. We're dividing it by 10 to the power of 2. 10 to the power of 2 means 100. So that means the number shifting to the right, getting smaller 2 times. So that 2 tenths goes in the thousandths. The 7 ones go in the hundredths. Now there's no other numbers that we have to move that are on a place value chart, but we can't leave these tenths blank. Something has to fill it, and that's going to be a 0. We're going to make sure our decimal point's there. I know it's printed for you, but I always like to make sure I write it down to remember. Also, there needs to be a digit in the ones place, and since there's blank, we're going to add a 0. So we have 0 and 72 thousandths as our quotient. All right, let's skip over to question number 5. Remember, sometimes we skip problems and go over to ones I feel that are more important for us to practice. Number 5, we're going to complete the patterns. We're going to look at the patterns. We're going to see, hey, is the number getting smaller? Is it getting bigger? Are we multiplying it? Are we dividing it? And by what exponent? So let's go ahead and start with a little warm up. Let's start with A. So if I look at the first 2 numbers in the pattern, we got 3 hundredths, 3 tenths. We need to figure out what the next one is. Then it goes to 30. So hopefully that gives you a clue where these numbers are getting bigger. And when we're getting bigger, that means we are multiplying. So let's go ahead and put a little X in front of A, that we're multiplying these numbers, and figure out what number are we multiplying. Is it 10, 100, or 1,000? So in the place value chart, let's go ahead and write 0 and 3 hundredths. Hopefully you're writing these down on your whiteboard to help you understand. The next number is 3 tenths. And then the next one we got to figure out. So let's look. It looks like the number is shifting over. The 3 and the 0 are shifting over one spot to the left. So it's getting bigger. We are multiplying it, and we're multiplying it by 10 because it's moving one spot to the left. So if we continue the pattern, that 3 tenths will go into the 3 ones, and that 0 ones go into the 0 tens, which we don't need. So the next number in the pattern is 3. So if we multiply 3 times 10, does that give us 30? Yes. So if we multiply 30 times 10, that means we're going to take 30 and we're going to add another just 1 0 since we're multiplying it by 10. 300 times 10, well, let's go ahead and write 300 and then add the last 0 since we multiplied it by 10. Let's go ahead and do 5B. We've got 6,500,000. Then we go to 65,000. Then we find the next number, and then 6 and 5 tenths. So it looks like we are going down. We're getting smaller, which means we are dividing in problem 5B. And let's figure out, what are we dividing by? So on a place value chart, let's write 6,500,000. The next number is going to be 65,000. So it means 6 in the 10,000s, 5 in the thousands, 0, 0, 0. So let's analyze this. The 6 is moving 2 spots to the right. The 5 is moving 2 spots to the right. All those zeros are moving 2 spots to the right. So that means we're dividing all these numbers by 100. So let's figure out what the next number in the pattern is going to be. Let's move the 6 10,000s 2 spots to the right. That should be in the hundreds. That 5,000s should go into the tens column. That 0 should go into the ones. Those 0 tens go into the tenths, and those 0 ones go in the hundreds. But guess what? We don't need to write those 2 zeros in the tenths and the hundreds because they have no value. So we have 650. So if you erase your whiteboard really quick, we're going to figure out the last number in the pattern. We have 6 and 5/10, and we're dividing it by 100 because we said it's getting smaller and it's going 2 spots to the right. So that 5/10 go into the thousandths, the 6 ones go into the hundredths. There's no other numbers to move, so that means we have an empty box of 0 tenths, decimal point, and an empty box of 0 ones. So we have 0 and 65 thousandths. All right, let's look at 5C. The first number in the pattern we don't know. The second number is 9,430. The third number we don't know. Then 94 and 3/10, and then 9 and 4,300. So you're seeing that these numbers are getting smaller, which means next to 5C, we're going to say we are dividing those numbers in the pattern. So really the best two numbers to look at are these two right here to figure out what are we dividing by, 10, 100, or 1,000. So I'm going to put 94 and 3/10 on the place value chart. 94 and 3/10. And then we have 9 and 4,300. Looks like the 9 and the 4 and the 3 just moved 1 spot to the right backwards, or to the right, to get smaller. That means the last number in the pattern means the 3 will continue to go in the thousands. The 4 will go into the hundreds. And the 9 will go into the tenths. We'll have a decimal point in front of the 9, and we need to fill the ones with a 0. So the last number in the pattern is 0 and 943 thousandths. And now we'll work backwards to figure out what the first one and the third one are going to be. So I'm going to write 9,430. I'm writing this number to figure out what the third number in the pattern is going to be. We determined that we're dividing, and we're only moving it just 1 spot to the right because we're dividing by 10. So the 0 ones go into the tenths. The 3/10s go into the ones. The 400s go into the 4/10s. And then the 9,000s go into the 900s. So we have 943 and 0/10. Those 0/10s we don't need. We don't need to write the decimal point since there's no digits to the right of the decimal point that have values. So we have 943. Now let's think about this. If we don't know the first one, but we do know the second one, and this first one has to be bigger, which means if we're going back in the opposite direction, we should be getting bigger. That means we're going to be multiplying 9,430 by 10 to figure out the biggest number. That means all I got to do is write 9,430, and then add one more zero since we're multiplying it by 10 to give us 94,300. So the last two problems we're just going to look at to see if we're going to be dividing or multiplying the pattern. So let's look at the first 5D. We've got 999, 9,990, and then 99,900. So obviously we're getting bigger. That obviously telling us that we're multiplying the numbers in the pattern. Hopefully you're seeing that between the first one and the second number, all we're doing is adding a zero. The second number and the third number, all we did was add a zero. So technically we're multiplying D by 10. And looking at the next 5E, we've got 7 and 5/10, 750, 75,000. So that tells you right there, they're getting bigger. That means once again, we are multiplying the numbers in this pattern. And the clue by what number is look at 750. There's 1 0. And then 75,000, we added 2 zeros to 750 to get 75,000. So adding 2 zeros means we multiplied that by 100. If you wanted to go ahead and fill the patterns in, feel free. But we just kind of analyzed the pattern and figured out what we multiplied the number in the pattern, either 10, 100, or 1,000. And that ends lesson 3 problem set.